I thank God that He gave me a very high intelligence level. He gave me a sky high IQ level. And He gets all the glory, not me. I didn't do anything to earn it or deserve it. He gave it to me by His choice. And being a bright person, I get very irritated and very aggravated by the lies that the media uh, puts out 24/7. Now, the media used to be a respectable organization that would put out the truth, but they wouldn't know the truth now if it bit them. And all I'm hearing nowadays is me too, me too, me too, me too. First of all, let me say as a disclaimer that no woman should ever be sexually abused, sexually assaulted, raped, groped. None of that stuff shouldn't happen. But it also shouldn't happen to men from women, which it does quite often. It's happened to me. And it also should be addressed at the time. Because here's what's going on. Let me break it down for you down to the marrow bone in the most simplistic terms that I can. If a woman feels like she's been sexually abused or groped or molested or raped, whatever she feels has been done to her, that should be addressed instantly. I mean, as soon as the act happens, her next step, first of all, she should tell the man, stop it right now. Don't do this. Walk out the door and go right to the police, report it, have that man arrested. Because by letting this go for years and decades upon decades upon decades, all these women have done is enable these men who are predators to continue to grope, to molest, to assault, to rape women because they haven't been held accountable. And see, they're just enabling them. And trust me, I know that an awful lot of men are terrible. They are just sexist. They are sexually perverted. They are sexually aggressive. I understand that. And you're just helping the women by waiting all these years. And this is my question. If it wasn't that bad of a thing back then, why is it now? Because back then, you were trying to say you had a choice that you didn't want to report them because you didn't want to lose your job. You didn't want to lose your prestige or your place in the acting community. You didn't want to lose this and that. What's more important to you, your self-respect, the perimeters of your body, or your job and your acting? You can't have it both ways. You have to be firm about it. You should have done it a long, long time ago. And women need to understand, and women do understand. I spent 20 years in the military, mostly with the Marines, and I came across the most foul-mouthed, vile, sexually aggressive women I've seen in my entire life in the military throughout all branches that I related with, and all the branches that I was involved with. The women would make most men seem like sexual prudes. And they were constantly talking about their sexual conquest with men, constantly talking about how they were breaking up homes with married men, how they were getting involved. And see, women love to get involved with married men. And believe me, it takes two to tango. The man's at fault as well. But they're breaking up homes constantly. And that is a crime, by the way, to have sex with a married man. And they don't have to be married. Women bosses go after the men that work for them. Women babysitters go after the boys and young men they babysit. It happened to me when I was a youngster. It happened to so many men. And that's why I'm coming out. You see right above the hashtag Me Too, I've got hashtag Men Too. Because this whole thing is getting totally out of hand. Men are being lambasted now across the board, almost exclusively saying that men are awful, and that women are not being held accountable for their past actions or their present actions at all. And I'm getting tired of hearing the media being so slanted, being so biased, being so bogus, just lying through their teeth. They should all turn in their credentials and find a new line of work because they are not honest, they're not trustworthy. Their a bunch of liars. That's the only way that I can put it. I can't soft soap it. It's sad to see. It really is. And where are the women who are supposed to stand behind the good men, like myself? Where are the women standing up for us and saying, hey, don't try to just drag all men's names through the mud. There are some men out there who are good men, who have been good men their entire lives to women, who have respected women their entire lives. And there are women out there who have respected men and vice versa. But again, there are an awful, awful, awful lot of women who are guilty of this stuff big time. But see, most men won't report it because, see, with men, most men, it's a badge of honor. Oh yeah, they get to have sex with a woman. They don't care if they're married. They don't care if it's their school teacher. They don't care if it's their boss or whoever, somebody that's married or not married, and they are married, vice versa, whatever. They don't care, but I do care, and I'm tired of it. And it's time for men to make a stand. The good men, the real men, the godly men, the ones who pattern their life after God and try to live and respect women and take care of them and hold the doors open for them, provide for them and love them and nurture them and cherish them and just protect them. Men like me, us men need to stand up and have our own hashtag men too. That's it. It needs to get out there. It needs to get out there right now. Because again, I am just getting tired of the biased, slanted, bogus, lying media. This is a Christian channel and ministry, so I always give the plug. If you want to know Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, I've got a prayer, and I've got 6 steps below that prayer. Pray the prayer, do the steps as soon as you possibly can. If you'd like prayer, contact me. I pray for you every day. Men, it's time to stand up for ourselves as well. Hashtag men too.